There are a lot of words that come to mind when I think races and fun, and up until today, conveyor belt was not one of them. Hey everybody, I'm Brendan, and I'm very excited to see this conveyor belt tournament unfold. First time we've ever seen a feature like this in Hot Wheels racing, and well, the Formula 1 cars and the Porsche will guinea pig it today. This will be an 8-team tournament trimmed from 8 to 4 to 2 to 1, and it will begin in round 1 with the Formula Flashback and the Porsche Panamera, the two first cars to head to the conveyor belt. And honestly, I don't know what's going to happen. I have not seen this happen before, and it looks like things were about to come to a head here as they go up the hill and drop onto the conveyor belt. Panamera turns around and the lead is gone. Formula 1 fights against the backwards movement of the conveyor belt and actually takes that win pretty easily. Panamera follows backwards shortly after, and well, that was a topsy-turvy race indeed. The 959 and the winning Formula Purple edition. 959 and winning Formula. Out to an early lead, but honestly, can we even, well, take those leads for granted? It looks like things just go haywire when we hit that conveyor belt up the hill, and ooh, the winning Formula falls right behind 959, cuts him off, and back and forth zigzag. The Purple's got no chance, and he's turning around backwards down the transition. Wow, that was actually some pretty interesting maneuver down the conveyor belt. He cut right in front of the Purple and blocked his outcome. Mad Racer and the Porsche Carrera. Carrera and Mad Racer. Mad Racer, well, needs to speed up here. Falling behind a little bit by a length. Now 2. Here they go up the hill. Mad Racer stays straight, and the Formula 1s have been much better at keeping control down the conveyor belt. Porsche all over the place again. And, well, the Porsche team is now down 2-1 here after the first 3 races. You can see the winning cars there on the near side by the track. And we'll add another Formula 1 car to that group. Porsche Carrera again, and the Formula Kmart, Texaco. See Texaco and Kmart written on the side of this black and white Formula car, who is down a length here on the bright white Carrera as we head towards the conveyors. Here up the seesaw, we'll call it. And the Carrera does not manage to stay straight and actually misses out on blocking the Formula 1. And the Formula 1 will race down towards the finish line and take it, leaving the Carrera up there hung out to dry. He does finally spin around at the end, but again, way late on taking back the lead. And we'll leave 3 Formula 1 vehicles here to the Porsche's 1. Now this is the 959 there for the Porsche team, Purple and Carrera. And I wonder if we'll get to see the 500 from the previous, the 550 from the previous tournament. That Porsche seemed to really bring the heat. Here comes the Carrera, bounces on the conveyor belt, and actually they fall off in the backstretch of as the conveyor belt folds over towards the ground. Not necessarily the backstretch, more just the back of the conveyor belt. But no, he was able to fight his way down. I think the pitch on the conveyor belt is just enough that cars can get some forward motion, even running against the tide here. But again, Formula 1, much better at staying in control. Maybe it's those splayed out wheels. Formula Hot Wheels and the Panamera. We got a bright blue Formula Hot Wheels, a really classic looking vehicle, white spoiler on the back against the Panamera, bright white vehicle, looking pretty large out there on the track. Down by a length into the seesaw, takes over, cuts to the near side, and the Formula gets around. And I think that's going to do it for this race as well. Formula creeps into that transition and speeds down towards the finish line. And, well, the Carrera follows a little bit quicker than usual, but still can't find control after the seesaw. All Porsche Carreras have been diving towards the outside and just spinning around. 959 in the winning Formula. Remember the 959? The only model that has won in the Porsche team so far. And we're hoping for maybe a second win from the Porsche team this time. Here they come. Winning Formula. Does he have the winning Formula here down the conveyor belt? Oh, 959 with the near side cut off. And he's got speed down the conveyor. He will have to go to the far side. And the winning Formula, well, he just has no speed after that block. It was a good way to finish off the winning formula, who actually had a gap to open. There's the Indy 500 and the Carrera. But, well, he was just taken over. And then, actually, the Carrera did a good, the 959 did a good job going for the block, then getting back to the outside to find some room for himself. Here comes the Carrera through the seesaw, bounces and is backwards. He goes up on his side for a second, and he pulls all the way back to where the conveyor belt starts to turn over, but just stays on. Formula One will take that one, leaving only 2 Porsche cars going into the next round. Well, that Carrera almost fell right over, and actually would have fell off the back if he had flipped permanently. Actually leaves 3 Porsche cars. Do manage to have 3 here going into the next round. 959 in the flashback. It's been the 959s holding true for the Porsche team. Here comes the flashback, down by a length through the first straight here. Down the hill we go. And we'll transition into Sector 2, which occurs after that hairpin, which includes this seesaw sector. And the 959 just has a big lead, had a lot of space to work with heading into the seesaw. He'll turn around at the end for seemingly no reason, and he'll take this one. Porsche team still holding on, and I gotta say, Porsche team is one for holding on with their best racers. 959 here in the Texaco. I will say back in the previous tournament, the Porsche team did a good job, even when they were down so many, just holding on with the best of them. 959. Texaco, black and white, down the seesaw, even for both cars. It's going to be a race to the finish of the conveyor belt. Here comes the Formula One on the far side, but no, can't dive to the middle quick enough. And actually, by a length, it was the closest race we've seen today. And it will be a good finish for the Porsche team. Carrera on the Hot Wheels. Last of the Porsche team. Formula One has come up empty here in round 2, with both wins going to the Porsche team here. Classic Hot Wheels Formula One racer looking pretty good. Oh, as he bounces in the Carrera. Gets stuck up there at the top. It's a full 360 out of the seesaw. And he'll try to spin around there, but he's way behind. Again, you see the replay here down the final stretch. Winning formula was across. I mean, Hot Wheels was across even before Carrera found the end of the conveyor belt. Now we trim down on the Formula team. Purple and the Mad Racer. Indy 500 purple. We have the Mad Racer. One of them bright blue, one of them bright purple. One on the near side with a spoiler on the back, rising much above the car body. Both wheels splayed out to the side. Purple. Ooh, gets a good jump out of the seesaw and has a few lengths on the Mad Racer. We will have to end this race a little bit mad. Definitely won't be advancing. And we'll leave 2 Formula One vehicles and 2 Porsche cars hitting here into the semifinals. Again, Porsche 2, Formula 2. Semifinals. We have 959, we have Hot Wheels. 959, a nice silver car with a black and white 959 etched on the side. Down 2 lengths here as we head towards the hairpin. Here comes the Hot Wheels Classic into the seesaw. Speed out, guides to the right side. He has space. Here comes the 959 with space on the near side, the winning formula. He slows down, and the Porsche is going to grab this win by many lengths, actually. It was really good work on the conveyor belt, and I think it was one of the few times we didn't see a car try to put on any sort of block. 959 in the oval purple, and I thought the Hot Wheel Classic, I think he thought he had it because he got to the seesaw so early, but the 959s have done a good job speeding up down the conveyor belt, and that showed right there. Here we go. For the Formula One here, they have to win this. Oh, a good block right there. Purple to the near side for a second, and Porsche had no room to speed up, and that will be a win for the Formula team. That will really bring things to a nice head here in the finals, as we have one from each team. And they'll be battling out to see who gets to go to round 2. Honestly, I think Formula 1 has been the more consistent team today, oval purple and the 959. But the Porsche team has certainly put up a good show with their 959 vehicles. We are in the finals, so you have to win 2 to move on. Here comes the purple, rounding the inside line, ahead by a few lengths. The seesaw, ooh, slow for both cars, and the purple's backwards. And I think this 959 is going to come through. He kind of, rainbows off the near side a bunch of times, but he will take race 1. The Indy 500 Purple must win this race to push it to a final and third race that will actually ultimately decide the winning team of this competition here in round 1. Here they come down the conveyor belt. 959 tries to move to the near side to collide, and he's, well, up short by a hood length. Oh, the Purple almost skidded out there at the end, but the 959, well, he was just too far behind to capitalize, and it will still be a tie game. Here we go. Purple, 959. Winner of this race wins the whole tournament for their team. 959 ahead by a length. Here comes the outside line, and the Purple has it by a few lengths. We had trouble here last time as he went to the outside. 959 cuts inside. Wrong move for the 959. He'll have no space to get in front. He cut too early, and it looks like the Purple was able to stay in front. Sped up there at the right time down the conveyor, and the Indy 500 Purple will win it for himself, and of course, the Formula 1 team, they will be moving on to round 2. What a finish that was for the Formula 1 team. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Races and Fun.